So, dudes, coming back from the studio. Got a bunch of new gear here today, but what we're going over is not new. What is new is in the signal chain. I don't know if you can see it. That over there is a Randall T2 that I just got today. But that's not the point of the video. We are going over the Horizon Devices Precision Drive. So, I'm going to go a little more in depth on this one just because, this is one of my favorite pedals ever. And a lot of my tone comes from this. Plus, it just makes it way easier to play. So, here's our tone, just dry, just straight into the amp. Also using my Jackson Soloist, or actually it might be a Dinky, I don't even know what this is called, but 7-string, just because it kind of shows the strong suits of this pedal is pretty much made for this. It's from Misha from Periphery. He made this, so they use like super low tunings and use 7 and 8 strings maybe just 7, I don't know, but everything is tuned super low. So we'll just get into it. Just here's my favorite settings. Actually, I was messing with this. These are my usual settings. It's got a noise gate, an attack, the volume, a bright level, and then actual drive or distortion. So I have the distortion all the way at 0, so just to kind of show you. The drive's at 0, so I'll just give you a little bit of riffage with these settings. Tune there. So just going through everything. It has a noise gate here too, which I didn't say. I just keep it all the way up, but it's pretty works pretty good. You can be pretty tight, or just back it off all the way. And it's slow to react. It's kind of like instead of like a hard tail, it's like a slow cut on it. So that way, like, just so you get like all the sustain. It's pretty much just gonna cut when there's no signal coming from your guitar. But if you go all the way up with it, see, it's slower to react. It's a really good gate for being built into a pedal. Usually you spend like $100-200 just on the gate itself. So yeah, I just keep it fully on. So then next thing I'm going to go over is just the attack, which is pretty much just like what it says, attack. So I think this way, all the way left, is the most like mellow. I lied, it's the opposite. All the way to the left is the most attack, and then all the way to the right, you can kind of hear it's just... So I keep it about halfway. Next is it's literally just volume. It would help if I did this so you can actually see on the pedal cam here. It's pretty much like on or off at this point. I mean, once you get past like a quarter of the way, it's like all the way up pretty much. Like, there's a very slight difference. I don't even know if it'll pick it up on the mics, but and then from there it's just next one's brightness tone or knob, which is literally just like brightness. So you got like super djenty shit like. So I mean, it kind of changes my playing style, as you can tell. I started like digging in a little harder there, but like, then if you go like all the way back on it, as this thing slides on a frame here. So it's like pretty much adds like a level of treble almost and like a little bit of extra gain. But then you get like a lot of the pick scraping noises and everything, so it kind of picks all that up too. So I actually liked it. This 7-string has really shitty pickups in it, and they're like really low output. So not the best, but I mean, just one in the low register. And then next is the drive, which personally I don't like the gain structure on it. That's why I just keep it at 0. But if you just need like a little extra fuzz, just kind of, it works a lot better for my 6505. Like the gain structure from the drive and on the 6505 just like don't mix at all. But through this Randall, this is the first time I'm just kind of like going through it, so it's actually not too terrible. Just a little extra, and then you can go like way too much. Actually, that sounds not half bad in the room. I don't know how it is on the mic, but and then we'll just do everything way too much here, just show you what it can go and do. Oh yeah, that's way too much on the bright. So, I mean, that doesn't sound terrible. I thought it'd be a lot worse, but I think this Randall takes pedals a bit better than the 6505, just because it's like tube preamp, but also has like a solid state section in it too. So let me just get this back to my usual settings here. And not really going over leads, just because this is like an always on pedal for me. For my leads, I just use like a TS9 like in the live show, or like a completely different amp for recording. So, but I do have to try it out with this new Randall. But for my usual setup, this is just like rhythm tone completely. It's always on. So, plus this guitar is shit for leads, so I'm just gonna keep it the rhythm tone. But I think I paid like $250 for this pedal. Totally worth it. I mean, you get a noise gate. It's pretty much like you can do the TS9 thing with like how I do it with the drive, and then just like a clean boost. But then you can kind of shape your tone, and then or not if you don't want. If you just want a clean boost and then like a gate, you just put these two all the way down, and these two kind of like this setting, and then you got like just a clean boost with a gate. or you can use the attack modes and brightness just to kind of get everything out of your amp like I do. So, highly recommend. Probably my favorite pedal I've ever bought. Yeah, that's about it. Go get yourself a precision drive and enjoy all the Djenty goodness. I'll catch you guys in the next one.